The next step is to add some piers and pilasters. Let's go to L01 view, and from here structure, column, open the properties window, and then we need to find the concrete round. So at the moment we have 450, we need 750, pick 450, edit type, duplicate, change the name for 750. Okay, now once the name has been changed, change the properties, so dimensions 750. Okay, and then structure material Kia concrete, that's fine, we use one material for all the structure. And now the last thing, actually, before we start to place the columns, it should say depth here, and top of footing is the bottom, the base constraint. So we are in L01, we will start the column here, and then the column will go down to top of footing. Place that column here, and then let's use this add grids technique. Select all the grids, finish it, and we have our columns all the way down. If we go to 3D view, yes, we have it as we want to have. I will check the material of it. Revit didn't use the material we set up for the first one. So what we can do, we can select one of the new ones with the wrong material, right click, select all instances visible in view, and then apply a new material, typing Kia here, Kia concrete. Okay, now we have one material all the way around. The next step is to go to level 1 view and clean up the corners. To do so, we need to select one of the walls, and then there is a blue dot. Right click on that blue dot and disallow join. Revit automatically will clean up this corner. We need to do the same for this part. Select the wall, right click, disallow join. Revit cleans this corner. For some reason this doesn't look good. I'm going to stretch this out and move it back, then it works. The third one, select it, right click, disallow join, the same situation. I'm going to move one of the walls out and back in. It works now. In 3D it looks like this. The next we would like to add is strip footing, and we can find it in structure, and then foundation, and then wall. Don't get confused with the wall which is here. It has to be structure, foundation, and then wall. As a default, as a start, we will start with bearing footing 900 by 300. and then edit type. Duplicate and change the name for 800 and add Kia at the front. So Kia bearing footing 800 by 300. Okay. The material, I would like to use the Kia concrete. Okay. Then dimensions with 800. Thickness 300. The rest is fine. Make sure it says bearing here. Okay. Then we need to pick the walls, which is this one, and this one. If we go to L01, that looks okay for now. Then the next step is to add isolated foundation. We need round ones. So select structure, foundation, isolated, and then from the list we have only rectangular. We need to load family. Escape, insert, load family, and we should find it in structural foundation. Make sure that you are in a UK library. If you go back to libraries, you should have US metric, UK, generic, and Denmark. UK library, and then structural foundations. Then we should have footing rectangular. I don't see the round one. What we can do, we can change the existing one and create a round one. Right click, or left click actually, right click, copy, and then we can go to our folder, families, right click, paste, rename the name, Kia footing round, and then we can actually load it, and then we can exchange it. So footing round, open, but in practice our footing is still a square. Where was that? Here, footing round is a square. So I'm going to place that anywhere, somewhere here, and then left click, edit family. Then we need to go to the floor plan view, and I'm going to delete the parameters, the width, the length, and also the reference plane, lines, this, and then I'm going to edit the shape. So select the square, edit extrusion, and then create cycle starting from the intersection of the two reference plane lines. Left click, then go up to 500, then delete those lines around, then annotate, read radial, and then place radial here, escape, select it, and we need to add a parameter. So label, then add parameter, and the new parameter is called R as a radius. Then we can keep actually type, then OK. Then let's flex it. So if we go to family types, type R, for example 700, apply. Yes, it works. So 500, apply, and OK. If that works, then finish edit mode. Then in 3D you will have the round one. Now the last change I want to do is the thickness. The thickness, I would like to have it 300. Then apply, and then yes, we can leave it as it is, and then OK. Then save it. In options, change for 1. OK. Then save it, and that will overwrite. Oh, it's unable. Actually, close it. So file, save as a family, and then we can change the name for round. So we are going to delete this one, and we'll have this one here. Options 1, OK, save it, then load it, and now we can place it. If we select this, we can also change the material for Kia concrete, and we can delete this one. And also I would like to clean it up our families. Go to project browser, families, structural columns, and then structural fabrics, foundations, maybe is here. Yes, so this is the right one that we brought into the project. This is the wrong one. Select that, right click, delete, and yes, we can leave the rest. And then the last thing I want to do to create more of those, select it, right click, create similar, and then we have this nice tool at grids. Zoom out, select all grids, and then finish it. Let's go to 3D. What happened is, because we were in L01 view, we create all of them in L01 level. But it's very easy to change it. Select one, right click, select all instances in entire project. All of them are selected, and from properties window, constraint level, change it for top of footing. I want to change also the material, so again select one of those, right click, select all, invisible view, and then material, Kia concrete, OK. The last thing I would like to do for now is to clean up the corners. To do so, best view for it will be top of footing. Then select one of those and stretch it out and then in. It works. Do the same for this corner. Select it, out and in. And then for this one, select it, get this blue dot out and back to in. Make sure you're snapping to the center of the column or the intersection of the grids. Left click, and that's done. Let me check how it looks like in 3D. Yes, it looks correct.